What's up, y'all? Xavier Joseph here. I want to make another video for you guys talking about something that is very, very important that I get asked a lot. That is a pretty simple question, but people waste a lot of time on it. And not that you don't want to spend a lot of time on it, but you don't want to waste a lot of time on it. And that question is, what is my first step on a fitness journey? Simple question, right? But one that if you spend a few minutes on the internet is very, very hard to figure out, especially if you don't really know what to do just yet. So, where do we start? What's the first thing we should do? I'm going to say that the first thing, if you're like everybody else, is not to start focusing on workouts and what program am I going to follow, what diet am I going to follow. First thing to figure out is go through your schedule. Figure out what time can I dedicate to this? What can I shuffle around? Can I get up earlier? Do I stay up a little bit later? What do I need to move around? How can I make this work to give myself 30 minutes, 1 hour, an hour and a half, whatever it is. You need to figure out how much time you're going to dedicate to this endeavor you're going to take on. This is one of the most important things that you can ever do in your life, for yourself, for your children, and for those other loved ones around you. It is literally as important as your job, as your family life, as it's as important to your body as just consuming food, period. It is so important. That's gotten lost in a lot of things. Our body is bred to move. Our body is bred to function. Our body is bred to be strong, be healthy. It's not bred to sit at a desk all day. It's not meant to just sit around and watch TV all day and binge horrible snacks and things along those lines. No. It was meant to be active, to move. It is a beautiful, amazing, strong machine that will grow weak if you don't put the time into it. So, let's assume for a second you have decided, I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm going to do this thing full out, no stopping this time. Where do I start? Well, like I said, go home, look at your schedule, figure out how much time you're going to carve out for the gym, and figure out how many days you're going to carve out for the gym. If you're just starting, I would recommend try to get 3 to 4 days of actual like in the gym weight training type thing. That would be my recommendation, just so you don't overload yourself. Which brings me to my next point, which is don't try to change everything at once. That's the next thing. Don't change everything at once. All right, you probably are very busy. You might have kids. You might travel for work. Have a job that is very time consuming, that takes up most of your day, that it actually will take some time and some effort to rearrange. So don't say, okay, I'm going to start weight training 5 to 6 days a week for an hour to an hour and a half. Then I'm going to do 30 minutes of cardio. Well, I need to meal prep every single thing. I'm not going to eat out at all. I need to buy all these new things. It's going to get so overwhelming that you're going to end up giving up because you just feel like it's just too much to actually focus and too much. And especially if it starts taking away from your actual job or your family or whatever, you've got to slowly integrate this thing so it becomes a lifestyle. If fitness cannot be a lifestyle, then it doesn't matter what plan you're doing, it's the wrong one. And I will die on that hill because it is the most important thing. Most of the people that are starting out on their fitness journey are not bodybuilders that just kind of know the commitment and the dedication it takes to get this thing done. They're people who have jobs, who have lives, who've realized I want to do better for my health, better for my family, and I want to just take the bull by the horns and do it. Well, that is easier said than done, but it's also a lot easier if you put these things into place. So the point is figure out what piece of this puzzle you're going to do first. Is it going to be the meal prep and stick with the meal prep? Is it going to be try to do a little bit of meal prep and a little bit of gym? Is it going to be all gym and just try to be healthier and cut out sodas and stuff? Figure that out for yourself. Figure out what is the right position. Now that you've figured out the time you're going to dedicate, you have figured out how you're going to go about it, then you can figure out what type of routine you want to do. You can figure out if you want to go full force and use a personal trainer, or if you want to find a program online that is a pre-built program from a company. Or if you want to just start looking up YouTube videos and following random things that people do just to kind of learn how to lift, then you figure out what that point is. You have to remember that fitness is a slow burn. Fitness is not something that you are going to magically just get overnight. Like any other skill in life, it takes time to practice. So you need to take that time and practice. Learn the moves, learn the form, learn the cues, figure out how to understand the pump and the burn and when to push a little bit more and what failure is. Figure those things out one at a time, little by little. That's why if you're really dedicated, a personal trainer might be the best way to go so that they can actually help you cut the time in half. That's literally almost half the point of the trainer, is the convenience of knowing that somebody else with knowledge is helping you get to where you want to go, and all you have to do is put in the work so that the rest of the time you can be with your kid, be with your family, do whatever you want. You don't have to just focus solely on fitness. So I don't want to make this video long. I just wanted to make it the first few little steps you need to get there. There's not thousands of steps. So people decide a lot of times they want to skip over how they're going to do it and jump right to what am I going to do? How am I going to make all these changes? And guess what? Then they stop in 2-3 weeks. So just make a plan, make a good plan. How many days you're going to do this thing, how much time you're going to dedicate to it, and then how to incorporate it slowly, little by little, over a course of, I would say honestly, incorporate it over like 1 or 2 months type thing. Incorporate it slowly, piece by piece by piece. Figure out how this whole thing works and you will keep making adjustments as well. As you learn more, as your schedule changes, you will make adjustments and you will realize how easy it is once it becomes part of your routine. It's not that hard once it's part of your routine. So anyway, guys, that's it for now. Just those simple, little, basic things to get you started. It is so important and it is so overlooked all the time. If you are ready to make a commitment to your body, please go down in the show notes. I've left a link to my company, The Academy. We do pre-built programs, subscription programs for women, macro programs, just the weight training programs. We do full customizable programs, which is our company's bread and butter. We do everything to get you where you need to be and on track for your fitness goals, and cutting out all the silliness that bombards our mind and wastes our time when it comes to our fitness journey. As well, down below, we have a free ultimate guide to shredded six-pack abs, completely free. Just go down, click that, and maybe that's something that will get you started on your journey. It's about 10 pages long. It has such great information on how to really approach nutrition, how to approach working to train your core, all those good things. And remember, your body is built around your core. You don't have a strong core, you don't have a strong anything. It's your foundation. So go down there, click on that link, put in your email, and let's do this thing. Let's get the show on the road. So thanks so much for stopping by, joining me for another video, and I will see you next time.